Welcome back to my video. Don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe to my channel, when it's post review, get that notification. Now guys face the Bulls.
Sub up.
Now guys face the Bulls. These are the Bulls record. It's the Bulls. Or 7-8. We're 17-0. Let's get it. The Bulls are playing on the road. The Bulls have Derrick Rose, Ronnie Brewer, Lil Dane, Carlos Boozer, Joakim Noah. Let's get it.
Welcome everyone to the NBA on 2K Sports. We'll watch the Orlando Magic in this one as they go up against the Chicago Bulls at United Center. I'm Kevin Harlan alongside Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony.
For us.
David Aldridge joins us from the sideline. Tip-off goes to Orlando. Outside Edwards. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for two. With these guys rolling around the painted area, we should see lots of physicality, don't you think?
Yeah, it's always nice to have a big presence at the 4 and 5 positions. Guys that can really change the game with their physicality on the glass and inside. Probably as close to a sure thing as you can have at the free throw line.
To the paint. And there's Carlos Boozer on the
assist. Defense, better defense than that.
I appreciate the interior game of Boozer. I mean, really does a nice job scoring in the paint. And has a high arcing shot that helps him do so.
Count the basket.
He's somebody that's really comfortable carrying the offensive load.
Playoff starts now in real life.
Here's Rose.
Lakers versus the Nuggets in real life. At 8:30. Who's watching it? If you're watching the game, let me know in the comments down below.
Stolen by Peters.
Indeed.
Here's the break. And it's Edwards, top of the key. Good on the triple.
Let's go.
Edwards got 7.
Boy, he is looking confident. Love how they're using him so far.
And you know what? They're going to keep using him. I mean, he'll be the
centerpiece
of their offense today. You can bank on that.
Howard, the pass to Nelson. Wow, drew the contact in that three. Almost
open.
So
why you shoot that?
For 3 free throws.
But he got fouled.
That one on Rose. This is his first free throw of the game.
Gotta admire what he's been able to do at the free throw line this season. How about over 90%?
You know, even in games where he hasn't been at his best this season, I mean, he still managed to get it done at the charity stripe when he gets his opportunities.
Here's Rose.
Wait.
They need this.
No way.
Knocks down the 3-ball.
Oh, say the 3.
How about the ball handling by
Are you
Rose?
kidding me? Oh, I say the 3.
What
nigga? Bet, Rose.
Here's Edwards. The shot
no.
Rose with some nice D. Now Brewer. Outside Rose. Boozer a screen on Nelson. Here's Rose. Back to Brewer. 6 to shoot. Boozer with a screen for Brewer. Over Lewis. Here's Boozer. And he battles for the ball and gets the second chance bucket.
Yeah, you want to see Boozer hit the boards, utilizing that big, strong body there on the offensive glass.
Here's Edwards. And Edwards.
Let's go.
Despite the size disadvantage, attacking the heart of that defense.
You know what, guys? Honestly, I didn't think he'd win that battle. I mean, that's a lot of height to give up.
Brewer pushes to Noah. Good ball movement here by the Bulls. Here's Rose. It's hauled in by the Magic. This is their first chance to take a look at the Bulls this season.
And they usually came out on top when these two teams faced off last year. No surprise, they're the better team.
Yeah, and very tough to beat when they're playing up to their capabilities. That's why they're one of the top teams in the league.
Brewer finds Rose. Boozer a screen on Peters. Rose, no good.
I didn't see that miss coming. I mean, he's usually been money from that range.
Let's go.
14-7.
I mean, that's what I call a move.
That is some artistry. Greg, you're right. On his way to the basket, he was
scoring.
Hey, bump the move. How about the finish? That's right, fella. Bang that thing.
Now here's Boozer. He's making his presence felt offensively with his scoring average up there at almost 13 points a game. C.J. Watson, he's checked in for Rose.
Number 32, C.J. Watson.
First quarter play and just over 3.5 minutes in. And again, Chicago, no good. Edwards inside, covered by Brewer. Count that
what
one.
a foul at 15-7.
13 points for the great one.
Well, you got to be in awe of what he's doing this quarter. Actually,
this is Hall of Fame I'm playing on. Hall of Fame.
Well-timed pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup. And that's now 6 points for Carlos Boozer. Edwards passes to Howard, and he makes that one.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Yeah, that's 4 straight field goals now they've allowed from point-blank range. Can't happen.
Here's Boozer following the basket by Dwight Howard. He's off from 17 feet.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
Let's go.
And the 3 ball is good.
They wasted no time settling into their offense.
Yeah, they're lasered in. I mean, really making the most of their possessions.
Now, here's Brewer. No scoring in this one.
Watson
the pass today. Outside Boozer. To the middle. They get a hand on it. Howard with the steal. Here's Edwards. And Edwards
Let's go.
with the stuff.
Excellent
3-9. Let's go.
Performance so far, hence the big lead.
Yeah, you know, they've had the advantage at both ends. They've got all the momentum early on.
Good on the shot.
Boy, there's very little defense for that.
Orlando leading by 12.
Let's go. Right back at you, bro.
Displaying intensity right off the opening tip, especially on the offensive end.
Tell you what, forget about easing into the game. They came out with guns blazing.
Here is Brewer following the bucket by Orlando. Boozer
Oh, shoot.
It didn't fall.
You know what? That's a confidence shaker for him, though. I mean, that's a shot he expects to make every time.
Now here's Petrus. And they get some nice contributions from him on a nightly basis as he averages over 11 points a game.
Defensively, giving up far too many open rhythm looks.
And to battle back, they've got to shore up the defense. I mean, there's no other way to come back from a deficit unless you play good defense.
And out of bounds as Chicago gains possession.
Substitution on the court.
And so it's the Orlando Magic feeling good about their 17-point lead heading into the break. They've got their field goal percentage at that for that. They've been all over the floor tonight. We'll get right back to the action when we return. And welcome back to the second quarter of action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. And a chance for just a second to check out the scoring breakdown for the Magic.
We've got a bunch of this game yet to be played, but they're shooting it well from the three-point line. That's got to be a welcome sight.
In addition to that, they've thrown their weight around inside tonight, too, thumping and bumping in the paint. A lot of their points have come from inside.
Howard finds Edwards. Gets it to go for bucket number 8. He's taken
13,
just 10 shots.
30.
And those
30
are
to
the
13
kinds
of
of
it.
plays that are just killing them right now.
Priority and goal number 1 has to be tightening up the defense. They can't afford to give him open looks.
Here is Bogan. Gibson with the screen on it.
Look at here.
And it's blocked by Lewis.
D.
And now the fast break. Edwards
Got
with
Lewis.
the ball.
Let's go.
Just taking
32-13. Let's
advantage
go.
of his body. Lewis absorbing the blow before finishing that one.
So I'm good at 2K. Might
Here
as
in
well Hall
the
of
second
Fame.
quarter with a
Well,
little over a
custom.
minute gone.
Just showing y'all I'm
Rose
good
gets
at
to
2K.
Rose with the ball. Hasek the screen for Rose. To the
Black
paint. And foul
Good
on
foul.
the shot.
Look at
He'll shoot
Argentina.
2 at the free throw line. Last year's All-Star game in the Dallas area, it was played in a giant football stadium. It was a blast. Greg, as you know, in front of over 100,000 fans.
Kevin, that was incredible to see, and I'd like to see more of that. Playing showcase events in new places, similar to what we see with the college tournament.
Edwards, that's good.
Yeah, that's the third bucket in a row
Good
from the
4-15.
paint. This defense needs to clog those lanes in the middle.
And the first time
Not
out
what
of the
call
game
time out, 'cause
called
we not
for
getting momentum.
Chicago.
And the lack of rim protection, top of the list.
Yeah, you know, just look at the numbers, guys. I mean, they are being taken to the woodshed in the paint.
Some changes for Chicago. Noah comes in for Omer Asha. And Ronnie Brewer's subbed in for Keith Bogans. On defense, the Magic. 19-point lead, which is the largest margin in the game. Back to Rose. Baseline J on the way. Rebounded by Jameer Nelson. And it's Nelson with the ball, bringing it up now for the Orlando Magic. They put up a nice win against Detroit the last time out.
Yeah, I mean, we saw them do a little bit of everything in that game. Showed a lot of versatility.
And, you know, everything seemed to just kind of flow naturally for them.
Let's go.
Like they were in a groove from the opening
They're
tip.
6-15.
Oh, dynamic two-hand jam.
And right in the
Fucking
face
hard.
of the defender.
Yeah, that was a tough, gritty, sandpaper-like finish.
Now, here's Brewer. And he comes up with the deuce.
And Noah
That's 6-15.
understands his role so well. Sets a nice screen and able to find some space for his man in the finish.
Corver against Edwards. Out to Nelson. Lets it go with a three. Drains the three-pointer.
They're
Nelson's
not
got
13.
6.
Let's go.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his
hold
killer
up.
instinct,
Fucking hard.
just fanning the flames.
Yeah, I love the fact he doesn't play the score. He just keeps coming, attack mode. He doesn't know how to step off the gas pedal.
Good D.
Magic leading by 22. Edwards drives in.
Let's go.
Finished off by
41-17.
Edwards.
Let's go. We're not winning out.
This offense is in a perfect rhythm, and you can see how they're finishing their plays.
Boy, this is borderline ridiculous. I mean,
Fucking hard.
every single attempt finding the bottom of the bucket.
Chicago with the ball after the Magic pick up 2. Now, here's Brewer. Pocket 6, and the foul on Michael Peaches. That is his first foul of the game. Carlos Boozer's checked in for the Bulls. Bang comes in for Kyle Korver.
Substitution for your Bulls.
And a little under 3.5 minutes elapsed in the second quarter of play. Here's Brewer, and there's the whistle on the shot. Took the foul, shot misses. He'll be shooting 2. And Orlando called for the foul. For Chicago, they had gone 2 for 2 in the game at the line. And that one falls for Brewer. Second free throw, no good.
And working, Kevin, themselves to the line here in the second. A nice way to get your offense going.
And maybe cause some foul trouble along the way as well. We know what that can do. It pays off typically in good fashion for you.
Now here's Edwards. 6 on the shot clock. And Nelson gets it to go.
4-3-18.
Just playing with poise and confidence, and they continue to put points on the board.
Well, I like the way they're playing. A very smart first half. Quality shots, not wasting possession.
Here's Rose. Outside Boozer. Pass to Brewer. Rose against Nelson. Rose, no good.
He's been ice cold tonight. And, you know, you look at the scoreboard, guys, they really could have used his contribution.
Outside for Lewis. From the arc. And again,
Let's go.
it's Orlando with a 3.
46-18.
Oh, great ball movement there.
Bulls have gone 2 of 6 from the field in the second quarter so far. Chicago calls timeout. This game coming on the heels of their win against the Kings.
Yeah, it was all hands on deck. Helps to get points off the bench when you're on the road.
Absolutely, especially on the road when you need those guys off the bench to up the ante.
Watson, he's checked in for the Bulls. And for a look at how the competition stacks up right now. These, the new power rankings, they tell a great story. You look at the Celtics. They're gaining on some of the teams above them, trying hard to crack into that top 5.
And right now for the Magic, they're the best in class when it comes to putting a great product on the court. And we've seen that in the early going.
Now here's Dang. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against the Kings in Sacramento.
Boy, the mid-range jumps out of Dang. Knows he has the green light to fire when he's feeling it, and he's feeling it.
Edwards with it, covered by Brewer. Edwards inside. The layup off target. Bulls have gone 3-7 shooting the ball here in the second quarter. Watson, the pass to Brewer. There's 42 seconds left in the first half. And so it looks like the Bulls will retain possession here. There's 38 seconds left in the first half. Just 4 to shoot. With the teardrop, that shot off the mark. Good D by Nelson. On offense, here are the Magic. They're on an 18-7 run. And oh, the blocked shot grabs it out of the air. And Brewer kicks to Watson. Back to Brewer. Passes it to Boozer. Out to the wing. Watson for 3. That shot off.
And not allowing the shooter even an inch of breathing room on that.
And guys, that's exactly the kind of high-impact defense they want to see out of them.
Ahead by 26 points as we get ready for the break. And it's been their rugged defense setting the tone. And we'll be back with you shortly. And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. It's been one outstanding game from the Great One.
No problems fighting his way to the rim in this one. A lot of points in close.
Yeah, you know what, guys? They gave him too many free runs to the hoop in the first half. I think they've got to be a lot tougher on him. Body him up. Be physical with him.
And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly here in the second. Outside Rose. Boozer a screen on Nelson. There's Rose with the 3. And the Bulls get it back. The kick out to Dang. The 3 hits the 3-point line.
Also, they get bored. What the fuck? We're not doing it.
The second half up on the board for the Bulls. Edwards inside.
Let's go.
By Brewer.
Wait, let's go.
Gets through the D and then powers it home.
Such a pretty move inside.
Okay,
Clark, how do you stop that?
You don't. I mean, as a defender, you got to just stash that one in the memory bank and make sure it doesn't burn you the next time.
Here's Boozer. And so the ball out of bounds. Howard touched it last. Already a lot of talk about who's going to take part in the three-point contest this season, and here's a look at the players most likely to make it.
And so many great shooters in the NBA these days, and these guys, quite frankly, the best of the best. I wouldn't be surprised if we see a scoring record broken in this year's competition.
And you look at Edwards, and it's him all alone atop the voting. It's pretty much a done deal that he'll be showing off his long-range skills in the three-point contest.
Yep, and he's going to be scary to have to go up against if he's on that day. Nobody can shoot it like he can when he gets in a groove.
And as the votes keep pouring in, we'll keep you updated on any changes to that list. It looks like we're going to have quite a group.
Man, you talk about the ultimate marksman's list here, Kevin. Maybe this will be the year somebody gets that perfect score.
And it's Rose with the ball for Chicago. Pass to Brewer. Back to Rose. And the layup's good off the glass. Rose has got his second bucket tonight.
Hard to D Rose up any better. I mean, sometimes this guy is just impossible to stop.
They get the rebound. Howard.
Let's go.
And it's Howard finishing it
50-35. Let's go.
Nothing soft about the putback there.
And why chase it, right? Take the dunk if you've got it.
Well, you know, if nobody's going to put a body on him, then
Walk
that's
away.
going to be the result.
Now here's Rose. He has 5. The pass to Dan. Outside Rose. And the shot goes in.
Rose guard up in there. 53-7.
Magic leading by 23. Nelson outside. It's good from long range.
And that's the
Victor,
shot
27, let's go.
Nelson's always relied on, and it served him well. He works
Okay,
nonstop on the perimeter, finding the space he needs to get good looks from beyond.
Now here's Noah. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 7.5 points a game. Here's Boozer. Hits the layup after the sweet pump fake to freeze the D.
39.
Boozer's got 8 points.
I mean, if the defender is going to play off like that, then you know what's going to happen. There are going to be points put on the board.
Edwards drives in. Yes, that goes in.
Guys, his consistency in
Good
terms
spot,
of shooting
Crystal.
has really helped them seize control.
And here's Rose. 7
Upward.
points in the game. Screen by Boozer. Spins. It's deflected.
And you know what? He's just not on his game, no doubt about it. Their deficit isn't totally on him, but he has not been an asset for his team.
Edwards. That's good.
Yeah, those are starting to add up,
Let's go.
guys. Of their
58,
last
29.
5 baskets, 3
Up yard.
have been triples.
Here's Brewer. Edwards with the block.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor
Why did I do
in
that?
crafting this huge lead.
And it's been a well-rounded performance.
That's
I
on
mean, strong rebounding has certainly been at the center of it, but it's been good on a number of levels. You know, he just has not
Let's
been
go.
himself this period. Just too
60-29. Let's
inconsistent
go.
up and down at the offensive end.
Well-rounded effort, and they show no signs of letting up.
Almost no holes in their performance tonight. They've been tremendous.
Now here's Rose.
Hello.
And again, unable to change momentum here.
D.
Throws it up high.
Let's go.
Top and
52-29. Let's go.
finished it off.
1:44 left here in the third quarter. They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense
Up
has
north.
ground to a standstill.
Here's Boozer. Rebound by
Deep.
Petrus.
And that's really just not heads-up basketball. Don't try a fadeaway when nobody's guarding you.
Edwards drawing the double team. And again, it's Orlando with the 3.
54-29. Let's go.
Well, part of their game plan was to block out the noise and just stay focused.
And
Up
what's
north.
been impressive is that it's not been any one player. It's been a collective effort, contributions from everybody.
Now here's Rose. He has 7. Shot clock at 6. And that one's good. Boozer. Boozer's got 10 points.
54-31.
Doing all he can so far, but they still find themselves trailing.
Here's Edwards.
Yes,
Let's go.
yes, sir.
Here's Garden. 37-31.
Oh, that's an old-fashioned rim rattler.
Just a remarkable gem. These fans' jaws are on the ground right now.
Platinum level highlight reel material. That is Showtime stuff there.
Now here's Rose. Back to Brewer. Over Edwards. Brewer's shot is off.
They've shown some strength in the paint today. Their work on the boards has been impressive.
9:31. Let's
That's
go.
putting it mildly. I mean, they've been absolutely dominant. Vintage Howard right there, reminding us why he used to compete in the dunk contest.
Nelson against Rose. Noah with a screen on Nelson. There's Rose with the three. Another three for Chicago.
Well, decision-making is something Rose is really good at. Excellent at reading the
Going
defense and then exploiting the pick and roll.
So it's Orlando sitting pretty as the quarter comes to a close. Their lead all the way up there at 35 points. The scoring has been tremendous, and they are shooting lights out with very high accuracy. And we've got more on 2K Sports coming your way after this break. And there have been two very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. For three, Edwards. Chicago wins the miss.
Just enough coverage to bother that three-point attempt.
Here's Gibson. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. Rashard Lewis picks one up.
Gibson is a handful to deal with inside at times. Good at forcing the defense to foul.
The Bulls making a switch here. Scalabrini's checked in.
36. Here.
And so Edwards will bring it up for the Magic. They've got the Pistons ahead of them in their next game in Detroit. And that game will be game 2 of 3 straight on the road.
And they're really in a good position here, thanks in part to the way he's been able to score the basketball.
Here's Rose. Magic knocking down the tray. Floats it up for Rose.
D.
Here is Edwards. Looking for Petrus. He gets it there. Oh, he's going up for the alley-oop here.
What the fuck will you do that pass?
Out left to the wing. Logan's from outside. It's hauled in by the Magic. Howard's got rebound number 8 here tonight in the game. Edwards passes to Lewis.
Always trying to score the ball. Rashard Lewis had the defense all over him that time. Didn't bother.
And guys, what do you think about the offensive approach we've seen so far for the Magic?
I'm in love with how they're moving the basketball all game long, and also their ability to move without the ball. That style just makes it so difficult to defend.
You know, they've been knocking down triples, too. They've continued to make the most of their opportunities from behind the arc as well. That's a very low percentage shot. Not good basketball at all. One he probably should have passed on.
Howard's shot is good.
And defensively, guys, they've been unable to shut down the middle.
Yeah, they're really getting pummeled on points in the paint here.
Rose against Nelson to end the run, and it's laid in by Rose.
Encouraging signs for him after starting the game poorly. He's picked it up here in the second half.
The Magic have gone 2 of 3 from the field to get the 4th quarter started. Edwards against Gibson.
Let's go.
Stuff.
And he gives that
38. Let's go.
Tug on the way down.
Oh, that's how you drive your point home right there.
He's lucky to get away with that, though, guys. I mean, it could have earned him a technical for hanging on too long.
Here's Gibson. The Magic getting the bucket. Thomas sets a screen for Gibson. And the rebound goes to Howard. Howard's got 9 rebounds in the game. Getting it done.
Let's go.
By Howard.
Really hard to keep Howard out of the paint. I mean, once he gets the position he wants, he's going to look to throw it down.
Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
And it's Rose missing. The Magic have gone an outstanding 4 of 5 from the field in the 4th quarter so far. Edwards can't hit.
That was lining up to be a huge alley-oop, but they just couldn't quite connect.
And you guys, always a tough catch on the lob. Placement and timing have to be close to perfect.
And that assist got him a little nod from his teammate after that one.
Chicago making some changes. Joakim Noah, he's checked in for Thomas. Dang comes in for Kyle Korver. And Ronnie Brewer's subbed in for Keith Bogan.
Taj Gibson provides what I think is really valuable wisdom and experience to his team, and he leads by example.
Here's Rose, following the score by Rashard Lewis. Now Noah, pass to Dang. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
And Dang brings a lot to the table. I mean, a terrific defender, and he's very reliable as a scorer at all three levels.
And that one misses. Boozer, he's checked in for Taj Gibson. And he's good on the second.
32-41.
Edwards with it. Here he goes. And Edwards
Let's go.
with the stuff.
And
34-41.
out of the way. I mean, clear the lane. We've got some rims
Look
to
where-
rattle.
What a sensational play to get to the rack for the slam.
Strong interior move, aggressive, assertive, and effective.
And it's blocked by Lewis.
The D.
Left side, Edwards. Edwards drawing the double team. And
Let's go.
Howard finishing it off.
36-41. Let's go.
Signature slam from the big fella. We've seen a few of those before.
The Bulls have
Edward.
gone 2 of 7 from the field in what's been a cold start to the fourth quarter for
Game right
them.
here.
And Brewer kicks to Rose. Gets the three-pointer to
Ain't
fall.
no room.
Oh, I like the awareness
It's
Rose
a 44.
shows there, guys. I mean, good feel that time from Rose to put it up right off the catch.
For 3, Edwards. And again, it's the Magic from deep.
It's now
And
44.
an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
Nothing
Edward.
like answering back. One team gets 3, you fire 3 of your own. Boom.
Now here's Rose. Hits the jumper in space.
It's now 42.
1:41 left in the fourth quarter. For 3, Edwards. Traps in the tray. Edwards got 47 points.
Now
It's been
246.
this way since halftime. Tremendous
Up here.
production from
State
beyond the
winner.
arc.
Boy, it's been a 3-point barrage. They came out gunning and have not stopped. Let's look at the score differential in this one. I mean, a truly commanding and dominant performance
Now
here.
248.
For the Magic.
It was a standout performance across the board.
I mean, it was like watching.
Let's go.
Threw down.
Goodness. My goodness, that was absolutely filthy.
Oh, nasty. This building is stunned. He dug deep, Greg, into his bag of tricks there.
Now
I'd
448.
love to get a replay on
Okay.
that one. Let's keep it handy so we can see it again.
Boozer a screen on Nelson. Floats one, and it's Rose
Indeed.
missing.
You know, I think the effort on defense there has everything to do with why he missed that shot. Well done.
Connects again.
50.
And this is
96-48.
an all-time great score, a 50-point performance tonight.
Rally's just cracked
Okay.
the top 5, alone in 5th place for the most career 50-point performances. Now, here's Brewer. Edwards defending. Just 5 on the clock to the left wing. Here's Rose. And he hits it just before the shot clock
The
expires.
D. He's defending over there.
This
That's
is what Rose does
Howard.
best
Got
to
it
me,
over Howard.
guys. A scorer who attacks on offense with unbridled ferocity.
Edwards trying
Go on,
to
you. Let's go back on you.
elevates for the
Tomorrow.
slam dunk. Joakim Noah did not like
98-50.
that one.
And it's just competing, you know, giving your best when it matters most.
Yeah, you know, once they got victory in their view, a huge injection of energy and a great run to finish it off.
Here's Edwards.
You won.
Yet another bucket.
And this game has his name written all over it.
Greg, he's been phenomenal in offensive onslaught. And so it's Orlando taking this one by a big margin. This one was over well before the final buzzer. The fans were waiting for something to get excited about, Greg, but they never got it.
They sure didn't. I mean, they just rolled to this win. They made it look really easy. What an efficient performance at both ends.
And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Clark Kellogg, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin. That's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Clark Kellogg, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin.
Keep changing that matchup. The one I'm The Bucks. I'm not gonna take the Bucks to 6-12. We're 19-0. The Bucks. I'm not gonna take the Bucks to 6-12. We're 19-0. Let's get it. We're still playing on the road. The Bucks are Brandon Jennings, Corey Spaghetti, Michael Red, Drew Gooden, and Drew Bogut. The Bucks are Brandon Jennings, Corey Spaghetti, Michael Red, Drew Gooden.
Hi, everyone. Thanks for joining us on 2K Sports. NBA action is coming up. And in our matchup tonight, we'll see the Milwaukee Bucks going up against the Orlando Magic. This is Kevin Harlan alongside Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. DA will join us tonight on the sideline. Pass to Gooden. Greg, on paper, this appears to be a big mismatch. When you're expected to win as a player, I've always wondered, how do you keep from getting too relaxed?
I mean, you got to remind yourself that this is the NBA. So, sure, there are teams with bad records, but everybody can be dangerous on any given night. And at a clean 7 feet tall, Andrew Bogut was made for that low post position. He can just feel the pain and has great instincts for finding the blocks.
Oh, let's go home. That was just ridiculous.
I do not remember the last time I saw a dunk like that in a game.
And guys, it's going to be a long time before we see another one just like that.
Now, here is Spaghetti. 11 points last game. Up top, Jennings. 4 on the clock. Bogut sets a screen for Red. His 3 quarters off the mark. And about a minute gone here in the first quarter. Here's Edwards.
Let's go.
By Edwards.
4-1.
I tell you what, you better watch out, fellas. He is on fire here today.
And we all know what can happen when he gets rolling. A hot start can turn into an explosive scoring night.
So it's the Bucks now. The Magic getting the bucket. Pass to Spaghetti. It's stolen by Edwards. Here's Nelson.
It's good offense. Let's go. That's one.
Taking it up strong against size. He does not lack for confidence.
That's well done there. I mean, don't even give him a chance to get to the block. Get in tight and finish at the rim.
Now here's Jennings. They've been leaning on him for a decent chunk of their offense. He's averaging over 15 points a game. That one falls.
Right.
Focus from Jennings, even with a hand in his face. He still gets the ball in the hoop.
Here's Edwards. And Edwards
Let's go.
the stuff.
8-3.
Breaking out the Statue of Liberty on that dunk.
A nice way to pad that lead a little more. You're right.
Yes, indeedy. Well done.
Here's Jennings. The Magic getting the bucket. Orlando grabs the miss. They put up a nice win against Detroit the last time out.
And you gotta love a team that can maintain its composure on the road. Take good shots and knock them down with confidence.
Well, efficiency is critical, and I love how they ran their offense and got quality shots out of their sets.
Milwaukee with the ball. Following the three-pointer by Orlando. Spaghetti outside. Michael Red is on the wing. Here's Bogut. 6 to shoot. And it's sent back by Howard. Here's Jennings. Plays it up and banks it in. Jennings has got his second basket of the night.
Man, love the concentration of Jennings down in the post now. Not panicking against the big fellas. This little man taking his time and getting the shot to go down.
And this offense is in a perfect rhythm, and you can see how they're finishing their plays.
Boy, this is borderline ridiculous. I mean, every single attempt finding the bottom of the bucket.
And it's out of bounds. The Bucks able to retain possession here. Orlando on D. There's the pass to Red. Gooden dishes to Bogut. Looking for Nelson. He gets it there. And we're approaching about 3.5 minutes played in the first quarter. Back to Edwards. Inside. Here's Howard. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
Watching 15-4.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. They keep getting it in the paint and
Okay,
continue to score consistently.
They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Jennings passes to Gooden. Misses the baby hook. And it's Orlando's ball. They're on a 15-4 run right now.
Let's go. 13-4.
Their play on both ends has been superb. We'll see if they can maintain the momentum.
And, you know, nothing like getting an opponent on the ropes early. You love that if you're on that side of the scoreboard.
Oh, my
and they are
God.
landing some haymakers now.
Orlando leading by 10.
They did. Look at
Here's Edwards. And Edwards with the stuff.
Displaying intensity right
myself.
off the opening tip, especially on the offensive end.
Tell you what, forget about easing into the game. They came out with guns blazing.
And so it's Milwaukee with it. The Magic getting the bucket. Jennings can't get it to go. Howard in the post. He's against Gooden. Howard's shot is good. Howard's got his second bucket of the game to go.
And that's 10 straight points in the paint. The defense, nowhere to be found.
I think they really got to start committing more bodies down low and really kind of close that area off defensively.
And Milwaukee calls their first time out of the game. A different look for Milwaukee. Sanders checked in for Gooden. Dooling comes in for Michael Redd. And Earl Boykins is subbed in for Brandon Jennings. 1:02 left in the first quarter. Bogut the pass to Sanders. Sanders with a screen on Nelson. Back to Sanders. That one falls coming off Dooling's feet.
Another nice bucket down low. They've really been able to work the ball into the post effectively here so far.
Now here's Edwards. 15 points in the game. That shot wide open.
This is as good as it gets for a first quarter in terms of shooting the basketball.
You're exactly right. I mean, everything seems to be dropping. Impressive scoring here.
Here's Maggette. He has yet to score. And there's the feed to Boykins. Here's Dooling. 6 on the shot clock. Passes it to Bogut. And he converts the layup.
Yeah, the clean roll, the great hands. Bogut is vicious on that play.
Now here's Edwards. Not a lot of room. And Edwards with the stuff.
Really seizing the momentum of this game, but doing it with a methodical approach.
And, you know, that involves pounding it inside, getting as many points as you can right at the rim. That demoralizes the team.
Here's Maggette. Doesn't go that time. And so it's Orlando. Their lead at 15 going into the break. They've been putting on a clinic in the paint. Shots are falling with regularity, and they are pounding it down low. We will return shortly. And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. And a moment here to take a look at the scoring breakdown for the Magic.
And they've set the tone from the jump. They're looking to pound it inside and score in the paint.
Something else they've been doing really well is shredding that defense by getting all the way to the rack. They've been absolutely fearless in attacking the paint.
Here's Jennings. After the Magic pick up 2, he kicks to Cook. Jennings against Edwards. Crafty move. Jennings can't get it to go.
Yeah, he just flat out tricked that one, missed it, and has no one to blame but himself.
Howard. And there are the Magic with another bucket.
You're not going to see him take that shot very often, but Dwight has really worked to extend his range in his later years.
And around a minute gone here in the second quarter. Now Boykins hasn't made one yet.
No way.
Off target from outside.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
That one good for two.
They're 2 to 11.
Resistance on the inside, and they're taking full advantage.
The play in the paint has gone almost entirely all their way.
Now a timeout called by Milwaukee. A different look for Milwaukee. Drew Gooden has checked in for Martin, and Michael Redd has subbed in for Cook. Bucks trail by 21. Here is Boykins. Looking at his point production, he averages almost 8 points a game.
The shot's there for him, and he's got to take it. I don't care if he doesn't convert.
Let's go.
He has to continue to take.
Nice job of concentrating on the basket that time by Howard. He knew he was going to get hit, but kept his eyes on the basket.
The Magic shooting their first foul shot of the night.
And they've had really good numbers all season from the free throw line.
Really, guys, it's just come together for them at the charity stripe this season. I mean, the confidence is there, and so too are the results.
Now here's Jennings. He's got 6. Red outside. Nelson with the rebound. On offense, here are the Magic. 9 points in a row. Good run for him right now.
Let's go.
You know, Clark, it's been interesting watching how things are unfolding early on this season.
Yeah, exactly. Some teams have come out really strong. Others are struggling to find their way, and yet we know there's still plenty of time to go in this season.
Here is Boykins, following the basket by Dwight Howard. Now Boykins, nothing on the board, just 5 to shoot. And it's sent back by Howard.
Excellent timing by Howard. He knows exactly when to jump to deny shot attempts.
Here's Edwards. Wow, that makes him a perfect 10 for 10.
Let's go.
Perfection.
Offensively, defensively, they are in total control.
And don't leave out the coaching staff here now. I mean, their game plan has been perfect.
Timeout called the Bucks. Milwaukee making a switch here. Bogut's checked in, and it's never too early to start looking at our contenders for this year's dunk contest. There's no doubt it'll be a terrific showdown of some of the game's best athletes.
And it seems like each year the bar keeps getting set higher. I mean, more props, crazier concepts to the competition, the level of dunks. I think this is going to be a good one.
And you look at Edwards. Sitting at the top of the heap, looks like he'll be planning on an appearance at the dunk contest this year.
Yeah, and I'm not surprised with his athleticism. This guy has got the
They're not 14.
No doubt about it. The hops are incredible, and we'll just have to see what sort of creativity he can apply.
And as always, we'll keep the updates coming in as we get closer to All-Star Weekend. One thing we already know, there are some great players pulling in votes so far.
Yeah, I think it's safe to say that this is going to be one of those dunk contests that everybody's going to be tuning into.
Here's Gooden. Magic knocking down the tray. Bogut with a screen on Nelson. Bogut kicks to Gooden. Here's Boykins.
No.
He can't get that one to fall. Good D by Nelson. Lewis on the way. Pass to Howard. Magic moving the ball around. Nelson outside. Howard setting the pick for Nelson. Shoots over Jennings. 3-pointer. Petrus. The basket good off the assist from Nelson.
14.
Petrus has got himself on the board with 3 there.
And this offense is in a perfect rhythm, and you can see how they're finishing their plays.
Boy, this is borderline ridiculous. I mean, every single attempt finding.
Oh my God!
And you know, he's enjoyed the kind of day you expect in terms of shooting the basketball. He can bring them right back into this game.
There's the triple, and again, it's the Magic from deep.
Guys, this has been an incredible performance this quarter. I mean, he's getting the ball where he likes it and wants it and just going to work.
Up north.
Jennings looking around. Beyond the arc. Tries yet again. The third shot of the possession finally falls for him.
48-19.
Gooden's got his first 2 points of the night.
That's simply an outstanding play, working the size mismatch right at the rim.
Edwards inside. Nelson, no one around him.
Let's go.
And again, it's Orlando with the three.
51-19.
That's a dozen straight points
Okay.
coming off the triple.
You know, they're having free reign from beyond the arc. The defense is just not there.
Here is Boykins. Scoreless thus far. It's stolen by Edwards. And here we go with the Magic fast break. And Nelson
Let's go.
gets it to go.
The
With
assist
319.
totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Fuck more.
Clearly just an example of a different mindset between these teams.
Here's Jennings. After the made shot from Jameer Nelson.
15.
It doesn't go, but he's 5 for 11.
Well, I admire the fact he's trying to power through this rough stretch, but on occasion you'll have periods like this.
Ooh.
Out of bounds.
Hold up,
Milwaukee
hold up.
takes possession. Corey Maggette. He's checked in for Earl Boykins. Just 2 seconds between shot clock and game clock. Jennings against Edwards. Fast break. Here come the Magic.
Let's go.
Up top and let it fly, big
55-19.
Maggette with it. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 9.5 points a game. Can they get it? And that
Ooh, he
Warrior
took first one.
count,
Let's go.
but his shot was off the mark this time. And so it's Orlando going to the break, holding an enormous
Orlando keep it up
36-point
to third,
lead.
4-4.
They've
Get this
been
dub.
playing some inspired defense, giving up very few easy points. We've got more in store for you right after this. Well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. It's been one outstanding game from the Great One.
In that first half, he was a hot knife, and the defense was butter, sliced right through them.
Well, you know what, guys? My question is this. Who's he going to posterize in this half? You know, we've already gotten a number of filthy dunks out of him.
And with the second
Get their
half
course
upon us,
started. Let's go.
we'll find out if this game becomes the route that it's threatening to be. Into the lane.
Let's
and
go.
He slams it down right on top of
57-19.
Oh, he is a highlight reel unto himself, guys.
That could be a contender for the dunk of the year, I think.
Without question, a crowd pleaser to the 10th degree.
And so it's Milwaukee now. The Magic getting the bucket. Pass to Maggette. Gooden inside. Lewis
Good
covered.
foul.
And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. And Clark, we're seeing a lot of teams around the league employing the small ball approach. Do you see that catching on?
I think it will, Kevin. The 3-ball is here to stay.
Good enough.
That does tend to favor more skilled and mobile players, the ability to knock down threes and space the floor.
Let's
If you can
go.
also add some size,
With 9:20.
though, then I think you've got a pretty lethal combination. Rashard Lewis getting his teammates involved. The big man
Upward.
moving the rock right there.
Jennings passes to Gooden. Jennings against Edwards. Jennings dishes to Gooden. The shot's good. Jennings making the play.
9:22.
Gooden's got 5 points so far.
Hey, that's exactly what they want Jennings to do out there. He's clever, and he's a guy who knows how to set up his teammates flawlessly.
Edwards, that's good.
Man,
1:22.
have they been effective at getting the ball inside?
I tell you, we're taking a look at some real deficiencies defensively. I mean, they've given up 5 straight good looks in the paint.
Now here's Jennings. 12 points for him. Kicks it to Bogut. It's back to Jennings. Clock at 6. Bogut with a screen on Edwards. It's Jennings with the drive. And the rebound goes to Howard. Orlando's gotten on a roll from three-point land. They've been flawless. 6 for 6 tonight. And that
Let's
one is
go.
good. 13 points in the game.
Let's go.
Well, it's been a great start for this offense here in the second half. 4 for 4.
And for Milwaukee, they're shooting about 35% from the floor. Not much falling for them. Now the pass to Maggette. It's back to Jennings. They set the pick. Three-pointer. Cans it from downtown.
Okay, quit holding. So it's right there. So it's right there. Quit holding.
Jennings starting to fill it up in a hurry. An incredible score. He feels comfortable shooting from anywhere in the gym.
And here's Edwards from the arc.
Right back.
The three-pointer.
26-25.
Edwards got 36.
Boy, that's 5 buckets in a row now. Watch out. Looking like a well-oiled machine coming out of the break.
Here's Jennings. No good on that one. Great D that time from Edwards. And that one's good from Petrus.
I think this is exactly what you want Howard to do. I mean, when somebody's open, show that you're willing to give the ball up.
Maggette against Nelson. Bogut sets a screen for Jennings. And the refs are going to rule that unnecessary contact. It's a flagrant one foul.
And Kevin, that's a pretty dangerous play right there. I mean, I don't like to see a player put an opponent in harm's way, as much as you just saw him do there. Glad they pinned a flagrant on him.
Yeah, you're right, Greg. The officials were all over it. They weren't going to let him off the hook that time.
And the one thing that Jennings gives this team is speed. He's got tremendous speed, whether it's the quick release or his authoritative takes to the basket.
3 minutes gone now in the third quarter. Maggette outside. It's stolen by Edwards. To the inside. Howard.
Let's go.
Slammed in by Howard.
70-27.
Showing flashes of his old self here. I mean, when Howard finds that rhythm, it feels like nobody can stop him, and he's right.
Edwards against Jennings. Red kicks to Maggette. Nice ball movement by Milwaukee. Bogut with a screen on Nelson. Here's Maggette. No good for Bogut. Orlando's gone off with a three-pointer tonight. They're a perfect 7 of 7. And it's good, 2 points.
2-27.
Edwards got 38 points.
And he has just been in a flow offensively. Terrific game. He has been the X factor.
Here's Jennings. And again, the Bucks miss.
He has to make that one. I mean, you have to make the defense pay when they slough off of you like that.
And Nelson gets it to go.
And their balanced effort at both ends has hushed this crowd.
Yeah, you said the key word there, balanced. I mean, their big lead owes as much to their defense as their offense.
Jennings can't get it to go.
And the stroke definitely lacking confidence this quarter. Nothing on target.
Get out of his way. No way the D was going to slow him down.
Not that time. He was determined to get those points.
Now here's Jennings. He's got 17. To stop the run. Rebounded by Jameer Nelson. Nelson's got 6 rebounds now in the game. Edwards.
Let's go.
And guys, that's not as easy as he made it look. You've got to have some skill to pull that off.
Well, he's got plenty of those, that's for sure.
Yes, indeed. Let's just call him ladder climber.
Here's Jennings. Following the bucket by Orlando. Nelson with the steal. Lewis passes to Edwards. And
let's go.
Off by Edwards.
8-27.
Double whammy, guys.
That's right. A great defensive play, then the emphatic stop.
Well, turning defense to offense, we talk about it all the time. Try to hit your opponent at the other end before they can set up the defense.
Big group substitution here for Milwaukee. Sanders checked in for Bogut. Martin comes in for Drew Gooden. Keon Doolin, he's checked in for Michael Redd. And Earl Boykins is subbed in for Brandon Jennings. No good from Maggette.
No matter what looks they get, they just can't convert to stop this run.
And, they've got to be careful, because this is when the team concept breaks down and guys start playing hero ball.
Haven't we seen that a few times today, guys? I mean, their defense has got to have a little bit more toughness about it.
And if it doesn't, this is only going to get uglier. I mean, that's no way to defend a player of his caliber.
Let's go.
Dwight Howard with the
34
finish.
let's go.
Vintage Howard right there, reminding us why he used to compete in the dunk contest.
Maggette against Petrus. Maggette kicks to Boykins.
No.
Milwaukee, no good that time either. And
The
so
only
it's
third quarter from
Orlando.
the fourth quarter started to get this dub. Let's go.
Their defense has been terrific in this game. Right back after this break. And there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened.
Oh boy. Fourth quarter start getting this dub. Let's go. Okay, right.
Jennings against Edwards. Outside, Martin. Here's Jennings. Two free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. A moment now to see how the schedule is looking for Milwaukee. On Monday, they'll host the Miami Heat. And then on Wednesday, they'll defend home court against the Indiana Pacers.
And that game against Houston, there aren't many other meetings that are as evenly matched as this one. Both teams can give and take punches, and this one, I think, is going to come down to the wire.
Now here's Lewis. Sinks the triple.
Let's go.
Pass to a productive shooter. The moment Lewis has the ball, he's getting ready to shoot.
Jennings passes to Sanders. That one goes in.
Boy, you got the nice assist by Jennings.
And here's Edwards. He'll bring it up for the Orlando Magic. Outside for Lewis.
Another one.
And again,
Let's
it's the
go.
Magic from deep.
9-31.
These defenders had better start closing down on shooters.
Edwards against Jennings. Sanders sets the screen for Jennings. And Sanders throws it down.
Nice touch off the pick and roll that time by Jennings. Just slicing the defense to pieces by the way he feeds his teammates.
Left side, Edwards. And there's Howard.
Let's go.
That's good on the assist
19-33.
from Edwards. Howard's got 19 points.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Yeah, I think they've got to ramp up the aggressiveness. If they don't, things are just going to get worse from here.
Howard with the steal. And here's the break. Here's Lewis.
Let's go.
So a chance here for a three-point play. And we'll get a look at how the hustle stat game has been going for the Magic.
I like the fact that they've been very aggressive at the defensive end. Tenacious. Jumping passing lanes and coming away with a lot of steals.
And also they've made it a point to push it off turnovers. They're playing smart and alert, capitalizing on mistakes.
Good. Jennings has got 9 points here in the second half.
Yeah, the D has not been able to keep the ball out of the paint at that end of the floor.
Let's go. Right back. Nice shot, 35.
I tell you what, he's showing some real courage going to the reverse in that situation.
You know, I don't think he knows you're not supposed to do that in traffic.
Well, I mean, I want to say it again. You can't say enough about his individual performance. I don't think you can overstate it. I mean, even if the all-around team effort's been lacking, this guy's been on top of things.
Right now, 37.
The performance we're seeing from him, not one miss on the day.
A different look for Milwaukee. Drew Gooden has checked in for Sanders. Red comes
137.
in for Martin, and it's Maggette in for Earl Boykins. Bucks have gone a perfect 4 of 4 to start the final quarter. Can't ask for anything more than that. Jennings passes to Maggette. That falls. Great assist by Brandon Jennings.
39.
Jennings has got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. Edwards against Spaghetti. Edwards inside.
Let's go.
Edwards with the stuff.
We're 239.
This guy is just a natural born scorer.
Jennings against Edwards. Gooden dishes to Jennings. The three-pointer no good. Orlando's gone 2 for 2 from three-point land to start the fourth quarter. And it's slammed in by Howard.
From 439.
The muscle of Howard still very impressive, brushing the contact off like it wasn't even there.
Jennings against Edwards. Now here's Jennings. Tight defense on him. He's off on that one. The Magic have gotten all 8 of their shots in the fourth quarter to drop. Truly remarkable. Edwards inside, covered by Spaghetti. Another possession, another assist.
That makes 15 assists.
He's been one step ahead of the defense all game long. The 10-footer. Edwards with the block. And Orlando has possession. And
let's go.
Off by Edwards.
That is not possible. What we just, is that possible?
I think it is, Greg. Not probable, but like possible, like you said.
He's one of the few players in the NBA who can pull something like that off.
And so it's Milwaukee now, after the Magic pick up 2. Spaghetti the pass to Bogut. Misses in close.
Oh, that's terrific defense there. That's how you protect the rim.
Lewis kicks to Edwards. And finished off by Edwards.
Let's go.
Yes,
On a 10-41.
This one winding down, it's obvious to everyone who watched it. Just a total mismatch and a true show of strength for Orlando.
This was a team performing to its fullest capability.
A hugely satisfying win. A game that not many will soon forget. And on the other side, one that I think most will try to forget.
And a milestone win for the season. This will push their victory total to 20 wins even.
They can chalk this one up, but these two teams will see plenty more of one another before the season's over.
We know familiarity breeds contempt. I would expect things to become more heated as these teams face each other going forward.
And you know, looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for the Great One.
You have to focus on the steals he came up with. They were huge factors in the end result.
Hey, Jennings doesn't need much space now. When he's positioned behind the arc, he's more than happy to let it fly and quickly.
And here's Edwards from the arc. And again, it's the Magic from deep.
13-4.
And credit the whole team. It was a focused, concerted effort to put this one away.
Yeah, what a time to put the hammer down. Any hope of a comeback diminished.
Now here's Jennings. Edwards with the block. And he's able to get it back. Shot clock at 6. Near the three-point line, it's Red. And it hung on the rim, but wouldn't fall for him. And here's Edwards. And stolen by Jennings. And so it's Orlando taking this one by a big margin. A resounding victory for them. And Greg in enemy territory, no less.
That's exactly right. But with the way they controlled the game and just completely took the crowd out of it, that's how to get it done on the road.
And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching this presentation of the NBA on 2K Sports. Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching this presentation of the